It's the title showdown in the 888.com World Cup of Pool. The venue is the York Hall in Bethnal Green, London. Asia need 3 racks to capture the title. Europe need 5 racks. That's because the score here, Philippines 7, Holland 5.
And how different that scoreline could have been. Relief, without a doubt, is the predominant feeling in the Dutch camp, because they could easily have lost that last rack. Survive the scare and break here in rack 13. And a very good break. A chance. Fair to say, Phil, it hasn't been pretty on either side. But it's certainly got its share of drama. The Philippines were slight favorite entering this final, given that we've got 2 players on paper, individually top 5 in the world.
Yes, but you sense that if there was an intimidation factor, which I doubt anyway, but if there was, it's dwindling fast.
Well, edge and experience with regards to team play would have fallen to Holland, given their Mosconi Cup experience and the close bond between the two. You can see the 4, the 5 just beside the 9. So, got to be a little careful here. I think he'll just pinch the pocket a little bit and use the 9 to hold position from 4 to 5. That's exactly what he's done. And he's got lots of angle. Looks like Nick can take the cue ball up table for the 6 next. Yeah, I don't think intimidation ever entered into the equation in this final, Phil, to be honest. This is all about looking after your own backyard. You worry about your game. I mean, that's the nature in any game of pool, in any sport, really. Never worry about what the other guy does.
Yes, respect is healthy, but you don't want to feel second best. No reason for the Dutch to have that emotion.
They trailed 3-1 at one stage. 2-1 at one stage, went ahead 3-2. And then the Philippines took over and went 7-3 ahead. And Holland has won the last 2 racks and looking full value to make that 3. And certainly as they play themselves back into contention, and that's a little harder than Nick Vandenberg would have liked. You can see the grimace as he walks back to the chair and just quickly over to his partner's shoulder. Niels is going to have to go around the angles now.
Attention call.
If that cue ball would have traveled another couple inches, he wouldn't even be playing this into the corner. Just got to be careful. He's leaving the longer 9. Good shot. Safe.
The misjudged positional shot, the body language here, the wiping away of some dust on the table suggests he's a little nervous. Understandably so. but he struggles it in. Holland back within one, Jim.
Yeah, you heard someone in the crowd. El Nino. It's Nick Vandenberg's. That's what they call him back in Holland. That's his nickname. Not exactly sure where he got that handle from or why it applies to him, but great player and without a doubt been one of the best in Holland for a number of years now. And as Dennis Orcolio looks on, they've lost the last three, the Philippines. They look like they were in total command of this final. And it isn't so much that the momentum has been wrested away from them as they've given Holland the opportunity to take the initiative.
Yes, tough times for them right now, but better than last year. They were beaten in the first round in an astounding upset by the Swiss, Dimitri Jungo and Ronnie Regley, 8-7. Here they want to go all the way.
Neal's raising his hand, trying to command that cue ball to halt. Made the one off the break. Tricky shot on the two. But better than giving ball in hand to the Philippines. And if anybody slams the door, it might be. Chance with the three. Cue ball is going to go into the five. But from very awkward cueing, a great effort. It kind of goes without saying right now that in the race to 10, we're coming down the back stretch. Everything tends to get magnified. Mistakes as well as accomplishments. Bad. He's got 4 in the side.
And history getting close to repeating itself. In the semi-finals, Philippines were 7-2 ahead of Chinese Taipei, pegged back 7-7. Here they were 7-3 to the good. Another 7-7 scoreline in the offing, it would seem.
No reason why it shouldn't be 7-7. And needless to say, nobody's leaving. The outcome of this one very much in the balance. What a fight back from Holland. I remember watching them in their chairs when it was 7-3 to the Philippines, and I cited that comeback by Chinese Taipei, that they could take heart and stay positive and focused, and you can almost see it in their faces. Never lost self-belief.
Just put yourself in the boots of these four men when you're down at the pub and you're playing for a pound or two. In 2 balls' time, it would appear as though these two sides are going to be playing for a difference of $15,000 each in a race to 3.
And I don't think anybody expected it to be easy. So every man will have prepared for this final as though it was going down to the last rack. And the way it's going right now, I wouldn't bet against it. 7-7 in the race to 10. First, a great shot from Vandenberg. And the easy 9 to capitalize.
With the cue ball in the jaws like that, I would actually say that that was probably Vandenberg's best shot of the entire match, certainly in terms of the context of when it was played. Looking mentally powerful, believing.
The Filipinos a little bit more slumped back in their chairs. They have to stay positive as well. Wait for the opportunity. Be ready if and when it comes. It's the nature of this game. You've got to be mentally tough. It's the 15th rack of a possible 19. You see Nick, he knew it was going to be a dry break. He was willing that one ball into the area where it wouldn't be on offer to the Philippines. But at least the Philippines come out of their chair.
Push out, call.
Push out, says Dennis Okolio, who has experienced defeat in a World Cup of Pool final before, partnering Gomez in the Philippines in 2010. They were beaten by Li Hiwen and Fu Jiangbo of China comprehensively. 10-5.
Extension call.
Asking for the extension as well. He's 34 years of age, Dennis, and a full-time pool professional. Supports his family, travels around the world applying his trade very successfully at that.
Push.
He won the world title before back in 2012, Orcolio as well. So. He does know his way around the pool rooms. And so do these two at the table now. The Dutch pair. They've got a choice to make here. Dennis has just left the edge of the one sticking out, and they're bringing him back. Just looking for cover. He's got half of the one sticking out. Just bump that one ball to the top cushion. And try and find cover with the cue ball. very good shot from Orcolio there. And Niels Fayen leapt out of his chair. He was at the area the cue ball was coming to rest long before the cue ball stopped.
Fayen couldn't contain himself. Look at this, literally running around the table.
The threes on the bottom cushion. The 4 presents some difficulty, and Nick's looking at it right now. Does it go from that end of the table? It certainly goes to the other corner. Far too many mistakes from the cues of the Filipinos. They're giving Holland too many chances.
Yes, Cortez has made the most, but Orcolio has not been immune.
No, it's certainly the type of event, Phil, that you share the glory and the blame, regardless. Now he's trying to go around the 4 to the other corner. Well, he got there. But just marginally harder than he would have liked. Just means that if Nick decides to attack here, the cue ball is going to be running up and back down.
That will do nicely.
And all of a sudden, you just get the feeling that Holland is starting to fancy it. The balls are running their way. They're getting mistakes. And they're capitalizing.
They have been in the ascendancy in this match before, but not since 3-2. From there, the Philippines won 5 straight racks. Now, though, Holland appear as though they're going to return the compliment.
to 1 outsiders before the tournament started. The Dutch. They certainly were due. There's some applause when this 9 goes down.
In a cocoon of concentration, the Dutch are now in front.